Oh.
What's good, family? Shout out to my doggy, Devil Dog 83, for boosting up your man the YB's dire and down the baddest coin situation right now. So we just saw there from your man's Anthony Zest Johnston. The great zesty one strikes again. What can I say about this funny style cat? Yeah, I'm sure people say, YB, your ego's so big. You think it's all about you, and I don't care what no one says. Yeah? I don't believe. Knowing the things that I've said over the last few months and however long. What's going on here? Yeah? He knows I'm gonna see. I don't care what no one says no more. Do you think he don't know I'm gonna see this? Yeah? He knows. He like it. The same way he like having some goofy trainer called Fernando with no resume as his number one trainer. Yeah? AJ he liked to be cooked, I believe. He liked to be dommed. Yeah? He got Rob McCrappen fin domming him. Yeah? He financially dominated by Rob McCrappen. Facts. Yeah? Rob McCrappen fin dommed AJ for the last 5 years, providing no value but taking 20%. That's what you call a fin dom. Oops. Yeah. And meanwhile, I think AJ has developed an affinity for hearing me lyric off on them. That's the only explanation. Because everywhere we look, there's something else zesty going on. Yeah? What's the last thing AJ needs right now? Of all the things in training he may need, what's the last one he need? Playing with flumes on a balancing thing. For fuck's sake. What are we doing here? Yeah? I said to you, listen, get rid of all the zesties in your camp. And the other thing I'm sick of, all the AJ fans, oh no YB. Yeah, it's a trick. And it's the thing, what you man don't get is, I've heard all this. Before he got his ass whooped by a middleweight, yeah? I'd seen all these goofy videos of all these secret training tactics. Oh, yeah, stand on this balancing thing, and then play gladiators. I've seen TV shows where they do this stuff. Stand on someone and then try and knock each other off. And that called Takashi's Castle or something. What the fuck? Why are you playing Takashi's Castle at Loughborough? But this goes to show, again, I told you, these guys, they overcomplicate everything and they all think they've got something special to add. Yeah? They have to. That's by definition. They can't just tell people things straight up. They've all got to sell you something new. I've been there as well. I've spent time at these I've spent time around these sports science cats, man. Most of them have no qualifications in the actual sport they're in. Most of them are all booked ons. Yeah? They've sucked a whole load of books off, and that's it. And then they try and invent a new spin to sell. And that's what I told you. Don't tell me about Loughborough or sports science and your man's Dillian. How Dillian, was at Loughborough for 4 years. And then he's in there with Parker. And he's literally, his hands are by his ankles, looking like an orangutan. He was that gassed. Nearly fell over from exhaustion. Yeah? That's your man, Dillian White. AJ. He's been at EIS at Sheffield. He's now at Loughborough, bouncing around from all these high-tech institutions, and time again, he doesn't have more than 3 rounds of average gas. What's going on here? I don't understand it, and the reason why I like to expose the whole sports science culture is the fact that sports science is supposed to be objective. So, objectively, if your athlete has been training with you for 4 years and he doesn't have 3 rounds of gas, how isn't there an inquest into that? I'm sorry. Yeah? How isn't there? And that's why I've been so critical about Rob McCrappen and everyone else in AJ's team. How have they not said, wait there a minute, What's going on here? It's not acceptable for a top athlete to have no gas after 2 average rounds. For example, look at the Klitschko fight. AJ came out. The first 4 rounds were the most basic and average of boxing fights. Facts. AJ had 1 tough round in the 5th round of actual expenditure. Yeah, 4 rounds of piddling around and then 1 round of half decent work, and he is gassed after 1 round. Fast forward 4 years to 2020 now, December. AJ goes in there with an old ass man. AJ fannies around for 2 rounds. He then goes AWire in the 3rd round or whatever it was, goes crazy against Pulev, and he's gassed for 6 rounds. What is going on here? But no inquest after the fight. Oh, it was great, and I hope the fans are great, and I'm just doing my best, and oh, it was the training was great. I thank all my team. What the fuck? I don't get it, and now here we are again. Mr. AJ, I've been saying for years, yeah, AJ, never mind focusing on all the special things that you think you're so... AJ Man fans, and clearly all of AJ's team, think AJ is super smart. Oh yeah, AJ, let's not focus on the basics that we can't do. Yeah, let's not focus on the basics that we know we're incompetent at. Let's do all the frilly stuff. And that's the problem, I see. A lot of these athletes today, they've been mollycoddled. Yeah, they've been told there's an easier way to do things. And they've been sold this whole narrative of, oh, don't work harder, work smarter. Yeah, I've heard all that before. Honestly, it's fake news. Oh, yeah, no, you do. No, I've got a special way of training where you don't have to be tired. You just have to stand on this thing and balance and play Takashi's Castle. Yeah, and play gladiators on there. Yeah, just knock each other off, and it does the same thing in... That's what they say. Oh, yeah, well, you see, the thing is, if you stand on this balancing thing and you knock him off, then what? Then that creates certain pathways which conditions your muscles in the same way, but you don't have to actually get to physical exertion. I've heard people say things like, oh well, you don't even need to. Yeah, I've heard sports science cats tell people that you don't need to go to the edge of physical exertion because it's dangerous. Oh yeah, it causes injuries and it does this and it does that, and it's actually better to work about 60%. Yeah, because then that's what they. And the thing is with these guys, yeah, they've always got to come up with something new. Yeah, if black is the in thing, then someone will come along pitching white, because that's what. Otherwise, that's how you get put on in this game. It's not about actual results. It's about how much fluff you can whisper into someone's asshole. Yeah, 100%. All these sports science guys, they see AJ. Yeah, for example, these sports science guys will see AJ sitting down somewhere on a bench, and they'll basically slide under the bench and just start whispering, yeah, talking to, in a very light tone, whispering things up his asshole. Yeah, just going really quite, it won't be aggressively. They'll just be literally whispering, speaking very slowly into AJ's asshole. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you what they're doing. Oh yeah, real quite quietly and finely. Sweet nothings into his butthole. And that's what he wants to hear. AJ wants to have some man whispering in his asshole. Oops, that's what it is. And that's why you see him, rather, you don't see, what you'll never see is, you'll never see AJ doing the things I'll tell him to do. Yeah? Get your elbows in. Get your chin down. Don't be a ballerina in and out of range. Get comfortable taking shots and catching them. Not on your chin, by the way, Johnston, because we know you're great at catching shots on your chin. You're not great at taking shots on your chin, but you love to, you know what I'm saying? We know AJ's chin can't miss a shot when he's under pressure. His chin goes straight in the air, just begging to be chipped. I've never seen AJ tuck up and ride shots, never. Show me it. Yeah, show me where you've seen AJ under pressure just riding it. You don't see it. Don't. Facts. Never seen it. But I guess what, I tell you what we have seen. We have seen AJ playing Takashi's Castle on a fucking balancing thing. Playing Gladiator on a balancing thing. What the is going on? What do you need balance for? Yeah? If you want balance, bend your damn knees. Get nice and, get nice and low. That's what you want to do about piddling around. And like I said, there's key things that AJ must sort out. Balance isn't one of them. Yeah, you can have all the balance you want. If you got no gas, you ain't gonna have no balance. Look at Bambi. Look at Dillian Bambi White. Yeah? He's got no balance. But if you got no chin and or no gas tank, the balance, it's like in the car in vehicles, there's some sort of, I forgot the actual name, but in vehicles or whatever, there's a principle kind of like, or it's like major failing. I'm not sure of the principle, but it's kind of like major. If something catastrophic fails first, the little bits don't matter. Do you understand? If your cardio's gone, having a whole bunch of fucking balance makes no difference. Yeah, you understand? If you got no gas tank, you can have all the balancing you want. It's not gonna change anything. Same as if you got no defense. If you've got no defense, you can have all the balance you want. If you got a whole bunch of balance and your chin's in the air, who cares? No one does. But instead, time and time again, we see AJ playing with the foam. We see him doing this with the foam, doing that with the foam, doing this special trick, doing that special trick. And then time and time again, in the ring, he's got no gas, he's got no defense, yeah? He's got no finesse, he's got no accuracy, got no precision. All the basics are extremely low, yeah? And even, to be honest with you, even the so-called special high-level things, we don't even see them, which makes sense. Because guess what? If you can't do the basics under pressure, you ain't gonna do none of the other stuff. Yeah? All this tricky balance stuff. I've seen AJ in the gym recently doing things like stepping forward and then pivoting or giving an angle. Trying to find an angle. Trying to find an angle? You don't have... I think to myself, we've seen Lomachenko, for example, step in and spin around. That works for Lomachenko. Even Usyk to some extent. I've seen him do that. Okay. Well, to be fair to Usyk, he's proven he can have a whole tank of gas. Yeah? He's proven he knows how to defend himself properly. So if he wants to get fruity with it, fair play to him. He's proven he's ticked the boxes for me to experiment. And to their credit, they've proven in a fight they can pull them things off. You, AJ, you are not high IQ. Your people are lying to you. So far, what you've actually proven is that you're a bonehead. You're a meathead. That's what your career shows. Your career shows your best bet was to double down as a meathead. You're not super tricky. You're not super intelligent. Yeah, I know all the people around you. Oh, YB, who are you? AJ's made $50 million, so he must be smart. No. Yeah? That's what it doesn't prove, I'm afraid to say. The amount of money he made, in his case, got nothing to do with how smart he is. That's just the bottom line. You can be mad, you can be sour. Oh, YB, you're a hater. AJ's so smart. Yeah, the man with no cardio, and no defense, and no finesse, and no accuracy, so smart. No, bonehead, meathead. Yeah, the best parts of AJ's career were pure meathead. That's it. And that's the bottom line. Yeah? There's no more you can say about it. Cause there's a reason Canelo is doing the things he's doing in his career, and there's a reason Johnston is doing the opposite. Canelo is intelligent in the ring. Johnston is the opposite of that, bonehead. And he's going to be mad hearing that, but until you prove me otherwise, that's just what it is. Yeah, if you see me like a bonehead, I'll tell you the same thing. That's just what it is. Too many woofers too many liars these days. Too many people told AJ, no, yeah, you can be the next heavyweight Floyd, you're so smart, you're so intelligent in the ring. And we should have known, to be fair, or AJ should have known. Yeah, because if everyone around you keeps saying, oh, he's still learning, 15 years in, you ain't that smart, oops. Do you understand? If you're promoter and trainer, how long have we been hearing Rob McCrappen? Even AJ's new trainer, Fernando, I'm pretty sure, was saying it. Oh, well, we've only been working together for a little while. He's still new. Eddie Hearn, 15 years later now. Rob McCrappen, 15 years later. Everyone's still saying, oh, he's new. He's still learning. 25, 30 fights in, 15 years later. You've had the best of everything for 15 years, and you're still learning. That should tell you you ain't intelligent. No one else does that. We haven't heard about Canelo still learning for the last 10 years. Oops. Yeah? I can't remember the last time someone told me Canelo's still learning in that sense, if you get what. Of course he's still learning, but in that sense where the way people say it about AJ is, it's almost like an excuse. Oh, he's still learning. It's okay. I haven't heard someone talk Diogo. For me, that is a negative thing to say. That's not uplifting. They're not being positive about AJ when they say that. They're basically giving him an excuse for constantly showing no progression, or constantly making schoolboy errors, or constantly losing to anyone his own age. Yeah? Every time AJ go in there with someone his own age, he lose. That's what the recent data shows. Usyk, lose. Ruiz, lose. Old people, don't get me wrong, if AJ fighting an OAP, Pulev, Klitschko, he's probably going to win in a life and death fight. Yeah? Even then, to be fair with you, he still can go life and death. Yeah, even if you're old, you still can go life and death. But at least he'll have a chance of winning them ones. If he fights someone his own age, he's either going to have to cack his pants and run around the ring for 12 rounds from Mr. Blobby, or he's just going to get out and out beat by a middleweight. That's what the data shows. Yeah? And I'm annoyed because me and many other people believe that not to be the case. That's why I put my coin up. I thought there's no way AJ is going to allow himself to be beaten by a middleweight, and that's why I'm not piddling around no more. Yeah, I'm not tiptoeing around this subject no more. I'm being honest with you. Before I would have tiptoed. Oh no, yeah, no more. No more tiptoeing. Straight hard facts from now on. And to conclude this video, the straight hard facts are: you doing all these funny style things. I don't know whether you do it on purpose, so because you know I'm gonna ride you or not. Yeah, I'm sorry, I just don't believe it's coincidence. You must. Well, maybe it isn't. Maybe he actually thinks this is good stuff. And that's what. And to be fair with you, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe my ego is out of check. Yeah, because based on AJ's actual career, I think he actually does do this stuff seriously. I don't think he is trolling the YB. Yeah. Initially, I thought, wait a minute, maybe he's trolling me, putting this crap out, knowing it's useless. But he don't know it. That's why he's still doing it. That's why his skills haven't improved for 15 years. AJ looks the same way he ever looked. No defense, no cardio. Yeah, the key underpinnings of boxing AJ does not have. And he's actually gone backwards. If you actually look 6 years ago, AJ was a lot more defensively and offensively aware than he is now. Which makes sense because with Tony Sims, he actually at least trained certain elements. Now, it's like they don't even train that side of boxing anymore. Like I said, when was the last time you saw AJ in the pocket actually looking to fight? You don't know. And neither do I, because it don't exist. Yeah? AJ only throws big shots now when he thinks nothing will ever come back. Which is odd. Yeah, it's odd. AJ only throws big shots now when he thinks the man is so old he can't protect himself. AKA against Pulev. And even then, for the next 6 rounds after that burst, he was scared to do anything offensively. And that sums it up for me. Yeah. And the fat people keep lying to AJ, telling him, yeah, AJ, don't worry, we can get your confidence back by standing on this balance tool and playing Takashi's Castle. That's what they've told him. They've told him, yeah, don't worry, AJ, I've read some studies and they've shown that if you stand on this balancing thing and play Gladiator, it's going to get your confidence back. No, what will get your confidence back will be knowing you have core skills to rely on. I'm telling you, if I was training AJ, yeah, he would know by the time we got into that ring on fight night, he has a full tank of gas. He would know he has a full ability to defend himself. Yeah? I would train him to an extent where he knows, if all else fails, I can tuck up on the ropes and just ride it out. We've seen the great ones be it. Floyd can do it. Ali can do it. That should be a base skill. Everyone should be taught how, you know what, if all else fails, I can tuck up and just ride the storm out. I know I'm safe there. There's nowhere safe for AJ in the ring currently. That's why he looks so nervous. He don't know where to hide. There's nowhere safe for him. He doesn't know where to rest. He doesn't have the skills to do it. Yeah? Because his guard's all over the place. He's swaying like a big tree. I've done the videos on it before. Yeah? And better yet, he don't have the cardio even if he did. Even if he did have the skills, he don't have the cardio underlying the skills. Because his training team have got him doing Takashi's Castle instead. So, it is what it is, but what can I say?